Hello everyone! Welcome back to episode 41 of my Let's Build series. It's so lovely to have you all here today. Thank you for stopping by on my video. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today I was just doing a little bit of work on our palace, doing some of the smaller details, and I was also gathering some materials for us to start our next project. And while I was over here, usually when I'm gathering trees and such, I've got my head down, I'm just looking at my work, listening to music, something like this. I've kind of got this sort of view, right? But today I sort of stepped over here, and I just looked up. And I thought, oh my goodness, we did this. It's taken a long time and so much hard work, but we're doing this. We're building this whole palace, and I'm just so proud of me for doing this and my community for supporting me doing this when it's something that's so different from what I normally do. And just thank you. I mean, this is truly, I never thought I would ever get this sort of result building in survival. Like, I've done things on a smaller scale, like build little medieval villages or smaller castles, but I've never built something like this. And I'm so happy with how it's turning out. So how about we continue working on that in this episode? No reason to stop now. So as you can see, as we step inside here, I have done a little bit of work putting in a spiral staircase. So the spiral staircase from the last episode, vote, won by a landslide, and a lot of you said it would aid in the lighting, which it definitely is. Now obviously I don't have permanent lighting up right now, we're just doing some more torches because I need to go gather some more sea lanterns. But for now, this is kind of what we're working with. I'm going to adjust the shape. As you can see right there, there's a spot that needs to be adjusted, and up here needs to be adjusted, and we'll have this pretty bridge going across there, and I think we'll also connect one there. So it's just a really easy way for us to connect these balconies together. The other thing I did off camera, I'm sure you already noticed if you've been paying attention at all, I did these little windows up here in our tower. I also finished the detailing along here on the other side that we just saw. And I did our beaches. So this beach used to be a lot of gravel and grass, and it was kind of just ugly. It didn't look much like a beach. Same with out front right here, right about here. So I replaced all of this with sand, and I also went and got some sand for us to gather for our project today, which is going to be another underwater tunnel. So let me just come down here and grab the materials that I need from our chest. This is going to keep smelting while we're working, and we'll go get started on this. Alright, so in today's episode, we have something to connect together over here. We're going to swim through our ravine over towards our conduit area where our sandcastle village lies, and of course our starter house. So if you aren't familiar with the series, or you're just recently joining us, this is where we started it all. This was our simple little starter house that I still adore, and even though we have this massive palace next to it, I don't actually want to destroy it. I would actually like to have a tunnel going from here all the way over to that building right there, and this tunnel is what's going to connect everything together even more and kind of get us a lot of space to store some of our mob drops that we need. As you guys know, under here, this is a mob farm, but right now I don't have any storage for that because I would like to transport those items up here so that we have a reason to be in this village even more often because it's just so nice to visit. We also need to finish this village, but well, that's just gonna have to be for another episode, one step at a time, of course. So in this building right here, which, oh, really dark right now, oh no. We're going to dig this out and have a staircase that goes down, or maybe bubble elevators. And that's going to be just a tunnel right here. So thankfully we do have a conduit. Oop, those are pufferfish. Don't want to make the pufferfish mad. So let's just start planning this out, shall we? This is where our outro is as well. The shipwreck is still here. Maybe we can do a little bit of restoration on this. Not full restoration. Obviously it's still going to be a shipwreck, but we can just make it look a little bit prettier, bring some coral over here so that we have a good view walking through our tunnel. So let's do right here maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that how wide we want to go? I think that's how wide our other tunnel is. So we've got another tunnel over there. It's of course got a bridge connecting to it. We're not going to do that here. It's going to be fully submerged. So maybe we can go just a little bit bigger. Let's go 7. Is 7 too big? No, I don't think 7 will be too big. I do want to shift it over this way though. There we go. So now that right there, that's our middle point. Now I'm going to set up some of these pillars. I think we'll do 5 gaps between them probably, so get that as high as we need. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be sort of like an aquarium tunnel. Like, you know when you go to those big fancy aquariums and they have those tunnels that you can walk in under, and when you're in there you look up and there's sharks swimming above you, or I don't know, stingrays, lots of different tropical fish, and those were always so cool to me when I was a kid. We don't have any aquariums here, but any time that we were traveling or looking at video or whatever, I was always so fascinated and wanted to see the underwater world, which is why when I went into university, I actually pursued marine biology before my current program that I'm in, which is medical laboratory science. So I've always been super interested in the ocean, which I think is what makes me so passionate about this project. Also, our palace looks so intimidating from down here. Holy crap. I've never looked at it like that before. Okay, so I think that is some good spacing right there. Yeah, let me get all of these nice and shaved off. I call this shaving. I know they're stripped, but it's like we're shaving the wood. I don't know, actually. Never mind. I'm gonna get to work on this and I'll let you guys know when I've made some progress. Okay, so here's what our tunnel shape looks like, all nice and laid out. I think this is gonna be big enough. It's about the same size as the other one, so it's 5 on the inside, and then 7 with the glass, and then 9 with the pillars. And I think that's definitely wide enough. I don't want to expand it any more than that and take away from our beautiful underwater surroundings. So now the next part of this is, I'm just gonna build it up with glass. I'm gonna do, I think, 3 high on each side, because I think this is gonna be the floor. So we'll make a nice flooring in here and we'll kind of curve this in. I'm gonna have to get rid of all of this. And this is where the tunnel is gonna kind of tuck in underground. And I think I'd actually like to attach this to our storage room, which might seem a little weird at first, but we actually have something in our storage room that we're not using, and I think you guys probably know what I'm talking about, but yeah, we'll get to it in this episode, I promise. Of course, we are also going to connect to our starter house. I just think it's nice having multiple connections. Really makes everything feel really together, and it allows you to walk around the palace a lot easier. Alright, now that I've got it built up that much, I think I'm going to start curving it in. So this is kind of the tricky part. How tall do I want it to be? Because it can't be too tall. This is a fairly shallow area, but if it's too short, it'll feel really cramped. So I think I'm gonna do sort of something like this, if that makes any sense. So we'll curve it this way, and then we'll have a little bit more of a flat top, and that will finish off our whole tunnel shape. I think that makes sense. Let's just step in here and see how it feels. Am I standing? I can't tell. Oh, I am standing. Hey, that's not actually too bad. I think that'll be perfect for our needs for a pathway. Look, it's a little Nemo fish. Oh my goodness, it's adorable. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Are you checking out our tunnel, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Ah, it's gonna be so fun to walk through here and be able to see all of the life. All right, and with these last few blocks, our tunnel is officially, well, kind of finished. We still have to do the finishing touches, which of course is this kind of decoration right here. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. Probably something fairly simple, like this maybe. That, and maybe we can do some sea lanterns on this somehow to really add a lot of nice glow, because obviously down here we have night vision, so it looks very, very nice from out here. But inside in the air, we're going to need some source of lighting, or else it's going to look kind of lame. So, whoop, the swimming mechanics are still kind of throwing me off. Maybe something like that, kind of spiked up right there, and then on the ends, I think this is my prismarine. Can I place it underwater? I can. Okay. I'll take some of that. Thank you very much. Okay, gotta make sure I pick that up. It's dangerous. And then maybe something like this with a slab on it? Or is that kind of lame? think that's lame, because on the other one, we have it going all the way to the surface and we have an actual bridge, but I don't really want to do a bridge down here, so I think that's a good compromise. Let's look at it from the surface, though. Yeah, so I'm sure you guys can see what I mean by this. You can see around the tree it's all lit up because of pickles, and we can do pickles over here, but you can see the tunnel so much better with those lights. Yes, okay, I'm gonna go do this on all of these pillars and I'll be right back. After a little bit of effort, our tunnel is officially a tunnel. So let me head in here and show you guys. So obviously we need to clean this up and transform it into a little bit of a access point into this tunnel. But when we come down here, we can extend the ceiling up another block, cross all the way through. We've got a great view of the tree, a great view of the shipwreck. I think I can put some corals out around here and some sea pickles. And then over here we've got this extremely rough but functional access back up all the way up into our village. There we go. I'm happy with that actually, but there is one more access point that I would like to have. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If we come into our storage room in here, we have this beautiful room. It looks like it's fully submerged underwater. We've got all these chests with all of our stuff. And then we have this. Now, I'm not proud of this, but this was a big way of how we got food in the early game. However, now the only thing we eat is this cooked cod from our guardian farm, so I no longer need to have this here. I think it would be a lovely idea to actually allow, oh dear, to actually allow these lovely chickens to be free. And we'll make the chickens a little bit of a room down here, but we will then transform this 2x2 doorway area into a little more, better for the chickens chicken room. And then we'll also have an access over into our tunnel. So I'm going to quickly dig that out and try to connect the dots here, and I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, and here we are. I've broken through. It's a bit of a windy path because I hit a few obstacles, like for example the lava, but also right through here. This is a ravine, so we may be able to do something with this later on, but for right now I'm just going to block that up. But if we come along here through the lava, right here is our chickens, so essentially, this is our pathway. We did it. I'm super excited about this. Alright, so now I'm creating this little room for our chickens. They've been cooped up for so long in there. I'm not even sure how many we have, but I'm going to try to sort of make them a nice little room right about here. And I'm going to need some more terracotta for this. Let's see if I have any. Oh, I do. Thank goodness. I think it's so fun to create these little tiny rooms, especially later in the game. It makes it feel like every space has a function other than to just get from one space to another. We get to think of things to create, and I think we're going to do even more stuff along this hallway so that we have a reason to walk back and forth here and see all of our creations more often. That's my favorite thing about, I think, building in survival so far. In creative, you really don't get that. Like, I don't build an area with the intent of having it serve a purpose. I build an area with the intent of it being artistic. And that's a big difference for me, and it's taken some getting used to, for sure, but I'm enjoying it so, so much. Alright, now I'm fully expecting this to be an absolute disaster as soon as I let these chickens go. So I'm gonna sort of just block off this area and trap me in here with the chickens. Oh, I should grab some seeds. I almost forgot. Their favorite food. Alright, let me grab some seeds and then I'll trap myself in a room with the chickens. Perfect. Okay, come here, chickens. Do you want to come here? Yeah, everybody can come here. Wait, there's not actually that many, I don't think. What are you doing? I literally gave you the option to come this way, and still. I've got one chicken listening to me. Oh my goodness. Okay, they're all coming. Oh, this is actually not too many. This is very reasonable. Here you go. You can have a little snack. I don't really want to breed all of you, though. Oh, thank you for the egg. All right. Wonderful. They're free. They look a lot happier. And now we can officially take down this cruel contraption. Oh, I almost forgot. I should totally build a little bit of a roost over here. So chickens really like to roost on things in real life, and I think it would be nice to give my chickens a little bit of a spot to do that right around here. What do I want? Oh, yes. You just take that, and can you guys move out of the way a little bit? There you go, so they can walk up here now and be a little bit more free, perhaps. There was actually one more thing that I wanted to try with the chickens that I saw or read somewhere. I think this was a comment really early on in my Let's Build series when I first got involved with these animals. I think you can actually waterlog a stair like that and place... Yes, that totally looks a little bit like a nest. That's so cool. Okay, let me go get another bucket of water so I can do another one. I don't know how realistic it is for chickens to just have nests like this kind of on the ground, but I think it's really cute. So I'm gonna do it. If nothing else, it could just be a little bit of a decoration for them and a comfy spot to sit. So yeah, you're welcome, chickens. Alright, I think that's enough inside building for today. I would like to head back out to our underwater tunnel and add some decorations to the outside of it so it's just a little bit more interesting to walk through. Let me grab my handy shulker box right here and yeah, let's grab all of our horn coral and such first. It doesn't look like I actually have any sea pickles, so I'm going to have to go and grab some of those, but that's okay. I can certainly do that. I would just like to drag up some different color corals like this right here. Have some different shapes, some variety. Just make it super pretty out here so that it looks like our coral reef continues along here. Even though, I'm not sure what biome this is. Yeah, this is lukewarm ocean, so it doesn't actually have any natural coral growing in it. And that's okay. We can work around that, of course. It's very, very grassy over on the side, and oh my goodness! A cave just opened up right below us! That's kind of cool, actually. I'm gonna leave that in place, I think. Let's go this way with this one. There we go. Get some of these taller, fancier corals in place in some spots, and then over in other spots we can do slightly more plain areas of coral. Maybe we can even do some growing out of the side over here. I think it may also be nice to add in just a few of these little bubble columns. I don't actually have any of these around here yet, so I think it could be a really nice touch. I'm just hoping no fish get caught up in these. There, this place is looking better already, and the fish seem to love it. Now all I need to do is grab some sea pickles so that from the inside we'll be able to see all of this coral perfectly fine. But for this episode, I think that's fine. I'll do that little touch off camera. I have one more thing that I would like to do before I end off this episode. I would like to express how grateful I am once again to all of my amazing Patreons, donators, YouTube members, everyone. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel and helping give me the money that I need to make necessary upgrades to the channel. I really, really, really appreciate every single one of you. And I haven't said that in a long time, so I really just wanted to come in here, show off each and every one of your names. I haven't gotten all of the donator names added yet, but I'm in the process of it. So thank you everyone who has been helping out my channel. It really means a lot. Even those of you who cannot support me financially, but always find time to comment or send me a nice message every now and then, or like the video, or even just simply view it. Thank you so much for all of the support. I appreciate it a lot, and it does make a really big difference to me. As the episode comes to a close, it is time for me to do our comment or question of today. And in contrast to last episodes, today's comment or question of the day comes from oh boy, this is a hard name, Alderson the Destroyer. I don't know why I struggled with that actually. That's not that hard of a name. These torches on your roof don't really fit the palace. Perhaps you should place some buttons or string instead of torches. Also, I would like to see a water elevator or two get into the throne room. Building a nice window is somewhat difficult for me, especially if the window is very large. It's difficult to detail. But what's your favorite thing to build or favorite part to build? For example, the roof, walls, interior, etc. Thank you so much for the question, Alderson. This is a good follow-up to last episodes for sure. And my answer to Alderson's question, it's definitely the towers. The towers for me have been so much fun to create. Let me show you what I mean. Just look at the payoff you get from building a large tower like this one. It's just so much fun, and you get to add so many different details. I've really, really loved it. And as for the lighting, I do realize that we have a lighting problem. I don't think I've gone an episode for a while without talking about our lighting problem. Look at the torches. It's so disappointing to have this many torches around, but I promise I am going to work on a solution to this problem very, very soon. And if you want to see where the real source of our torch spam is, look at this floor up here. Look at the torches! What on earth am I doing? So yes, I very much need to work on that, and I also need to start dividing this up. So my question to you is, what do you want to see on the interior? Obviously, we have the stuff that we're doing below. We've got a study already. We have this entrance area. We have a dining room. We have a sitting area. We have a kitchen. We have a ballroom. We have a throne room. But, what else do we need? Obviously, we need a bedroom. And a lot of you have said that we should do a library, which I like the idea of. But we have a lot of space in here, so we've got some options. Now, please remember that we are building within fantasy, and we're not necessarily trapped in medieval. Actually, I'm not building in the medieval era at all, and I feel like that's something that I get associated with a lot, especially since I am building a palace and it has a throne room and maps and such. I'm not sure exactly what era we're building in, but I do know for a fact that it's not medieval. So please leave your suggestions in the comments down below, and also thank you for all of your feedback on whether or not I should do the spiral staircase. Let me know if you like this so far. I know it's not perfect yet, and it needs some support beams and some lighting and all of that, but I definitely need more feedback in the comments down below, so that would be appreciated. Oh, and I know I didn't get a chance to add any fish to our big aquarium this episode, but I promise I'll still use the comments in episode 40 to pick some fish for it in the next episode. We'll have like a little bit of a double fish naming episode. Anyways, with all of that said, thank you so much for watching this episode and supporting this series. I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!